Welcome to orientation. You belong here. I do? It's news to me. I'm not a TMU student, but hey there, it's Wednesday, September 17th, 11:52 a.m. is the time, and the temperature is a pretty nice 22 degrees Celsius. That is the campus for Toronto Metropolitan University, formerly Ryerson University. And there is Yonge Street, just off in the distance, and a pretty nice Corvette. But given that it's such a nice day out, I'm not going to take advantage of that, as I want to be doing a live stream that I should have started by now. I'm running a little late. And I think I'm going to start that at CIBC Square Park, which is to the south of here. And to get there, I'm going to walk through the path. So it's going to be a mostly indoor walk the whole way. The path has been described as the world's largest underground shopping network. And it's amazing how lively this area is on weekdays once university is back in session. There are a lot of students out and about. There's the Student Learning Centre.
Go into the branch.
Maybe I'll come back and do a walk through the TMU campus at some point soon, maybe even tomorrow. That's Dundas Square and the intersection of Yonge and Dundas just south of here. But the most northern entrance to the path is here at the Atrium on Day. And there's where a Pickle Barrel restaurant used to be. And this sits on the site of the former Ford Hotel. I imagine at some point a restaurant will move into that space. But there used to be a 750-room hotel on this site that was built in 1928. That was torn down to make way for this complex, which is a commercial office space above with retail on the first few levels. And this was built in 1981. And there's a food court on the north end. And it was connected to the path in the early 80s. It's mostly known for this 14-story atrium. So this way will lead us through Dundas subway station, which is said to be undergoing a name change at some point. We're going to change it to TMU station. There's a Timmy's. Rear entrance to Foot Locker. There's an LCBO. There's a tunnel that'll take you underneath over to the other side of the station. Oh, I recognized that person. I think she has a pretty big following online. There's the southbound platform, the northbound platform on the other side, but we're going to head into the Eaton Centre.
I know you.
That's
I
me.
make videos.
Hi.
Awesome job.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. And welcome to North America's busiest shopping mall. You can head over through a newer edition that way, where there's a Canadian Tire and Mark's. So we're going to be walking through the mall from north to south. And then it'll be through part where we'll be heading through where Saks Fifth Avenue and Hudson's Bay used to be. But the path connects over 70 different buildings to one another and a number of subway stations. And it includes the Eaton Centre and the Atrium on Bay. These are the most northern entrances to it. Ideally, it'll connect, I don't know why I'm walking on the left side over here. Ideally, it'll connect up to College Park at some point. And when they built the new complex up at College Park, there was a promise of a path connection. That's where the Shops at Aura, a failed shopping mall or shopping center, resides. I've done a number of videos there, but that will require either redevelopment or cooperation from the Chelsea Hotel in order to make that connection. But construction for this mall began back in 1971. And the first phase opened in 1977. That was an interesting time for the city of Toronto. The Toronto Blue Jays played their first season, first Canadian place, and the CN Tower were redefining the skyline, and the Eaton Centre opened, all within a few years of each other. And Eaton Centre has continued to grow and change over the years. It's no longer with a traditional anchor tenant. Although a Simons is moving in to where Nordstrom used to be, and then Italy is moving in. Those are over on the north side of the mall. And Aritzia is opening a new boutique there. And A-OK Cafe. There's a Canadian success story. Central fountain area. This was built as part of a massive urban redevelopment project to revitalize downtown. RW&Co has moved and they've got a new facade. There's the Crapple store. That's where I bought my 15 Pro and my MacBook Air.
And we were almost there. I made a good way in and out.
And you used to be able to connect to Saks Fifth Avenue and the bay on the floor above here. There was a pedestrian walkway. Well, there still is, it's just closed off. But in a few minutes, we'll be underneath the financial district. There's a new food hall that's opened up. I'm a fan of this place. I've gone there a number of times as a break in between recording videos, as I stumble all over my words. There used to be a full-size food court at this end. They closed that a long time ago and turned the food court on the north end into a mega food court. And we're about to walk through where Queen Station is, just on the left. In the stretch of Yonge Street where Eaton Centre used to be just kind of a ragtag collection of retail stores and small commercial offices. There's the path. They spelled the name of Dundas Square wrong, but we started here at the Atrium. As you can see, it's the most northern part of the path. And where I want to go is about here, where my finger is, so it's not even on the map. There's a whole southern connection to the path. That doesn't even appear on that map. So this used to be part of the bay. And we emerge into the Bay Adelaide Centre. This is a newer office complex. When it first opened, there was a big food court here on the right. And a few years ago, that disappeared. New food places are opening up. I'm not sure why they had to change it. I guess these businesses are breathing a sigh of relief. With more and more offices mandating people show up and work in person at the office. The days of everybody working from home 3 or 4 days a week, I think, are done. At least for a lot of these places. It's mostly financial institutions and insurance companies and law firms and that sort of thing. In the office towers above. And I think there's over a dozen food courts, at least that I can think of. I used to work in the path, or above the path, and I was quite spoiled in terms of options for getting a coffee or my lunch. Although the takeout places tend to skew on the expensive side. On a daily basis, over 200,000 commuters pass through. And the first tunneled section dates back to the early 1900s. We're walking under Scotia Plaza. There's another food court just off to the left. And a link down to King Subway Station. And I have a bit of a choice. I could head straight underneath Brookfield and Commerce Court West. Or we could go this way underneath First Canadian Place, then I could go south under the TD Centre. And I think that's the way we'll go. There's people watching the markets. U.S. Federal Reserve to announce rate decision today, so around 2 p.m. The markets could either boom or tank, or of course do anything in between, but there's expected to be a big movement. There's really no sense of planned control and development of the path and linking the various underground networks until the 70s and 80s. Each section is operated by the building owner above. This place has been there a while, Pilot Coffee Roasters. And this is the building I used to work at, First Canadian Place, the tallest in the country. I'll occasionally see some former co-workers whenever I walk this way. And yes, in the winter months, it is much busier under here. And there's a second floor food court just over there. We're going to be going south. into Union Station, emerging up at the public-private CIBC Square Park. It was quite eerie recording through the path during the pandemic. Everything was on full lockdown. As we head underneath the Mies van der Rohe TV Centre. Tim Hortons just over that way. And there's a food court. Just over to the right here. And there was, probably still is, a TD Foreign Exchange Center just over on the left. But you will not get very good rates. Remember my first trip to Thailand from Canada, I picked up some Thai baht there. Just a few $100s worth. And I would have got a better deal at the airport in Thailand just changing cash. I think that was a pizza place at one point. Looks like a cafe is moving in. Oh, it's underneath Royal Bank Plaza. There's a food court just over there. So I could have just taken the subway from Dundas Station and past Queen Station and King Station and gotten off at Union. And if you stay on the train, it'll loop north up the university side to St. Andrew Station, which is also path connected. Here we go, the busiest transportation hub in all of the land, Union Station. You could catch a Line 1 subway train in either direction, as this is the bottom of the U, or a couple of different streetcars. Via train or a Union Pearson Express train, or a number of GO commuter trains. It's also connected to the Scotiabank Arena. And I wish I had my camera back in the day. I could have done a then and now of Union Station, because this was dramatically different. It was basically a large holding pen where people would wait for GO trains while they try to fight for a seat and eat McDonald's. Remember, it had very low ceilings. Now we've got a Shake Shack and another bougie food hall. There's also a more standard food court over on the York Street side. There's the arena, formerly known as the ACC. And over the past decade or so, the South Core has really emerged as a major business center in the city, and you can access most of the South Core, or a lot of it, via an elevated portion of the path. Just over there, there's a door that leads to an escalator that'll take you through the South Core path. I've done a number of videos through there. And yes, this is hollowed out old postal service building. And the new bus terminal is located at CIBC Square, so that too is connected to both Union Station and the path.
Oh, sorry, I should have told you. No, I have
That's Bay Street. Bus terminal on the left, CIBC Square Park straight ahead. We have an Alouette here. This is a large two-tower office complex, soon to be 3 towers. And this elevated park we're heading to opened in November of 2022. And it is busy up here. The sky is looking a little ominous, but there is the third tower going up. It's a view of the rail corridor to the east. I've never been up here while it's so busy. But on that note, I hope you enjoyed this one. I look forward to reading your thoughts and comments down below if you wish to support what I do. There's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership down in the description. I've got an Instagram account at Johnny Strides. And there is a super thanks button appearing down below if you wish to say thanks that way. Alright, I'm gonna get out my stuff and get ready for a live stream. As we look at the tower with a view of Union Station, the Royal York, and the Financial District. Anywho, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Yoink!